didn't you? And how special was that opening ovation from the crowd out there?
Didn't really feel like I was away too much. I'm an away player. Yeah, I mean, that's amazing. You know, just in terms of the league and what we're kind of aspiring to be, that's really cool. And have so many players. I think, what do the Thorns have, like 8 or 9 players that went to the World Cup? It's special for us to be recognized like that and such, you know, in front of such a huge crowd, but also just one that like is so intelligent about football, and the fans are so smart here, and come out and drove. So it's pretty cool to have that.
That mean anything to you personally back in Portland?
Yeah, of course. I love coming back here. Hate the Thorns, but love coming back here. Happy that we came away with 3 points tonight.
In what ways have you felt this rivalry kind of grow and evolve over the 3 seasons that you guys have been taking each other on?
I mean, the games are always good. Games are always really good. They always seem to mean something, sort of in the playoff run or in the playoff race. I think this was big for us and not so good for them in terms of points. And for us, really, just to kind of rebound from the weekend that we had. Obviously, getting 3 put on us and none in is not something that we like. So big for us to come back like that. But it's cool to see this rivalry, and I think you'll see a big crowd at home next weekend when they come up. We need that. We need those rivalries, and we need kind of that extra edge in the league, I think.
Obviously, you guys are getting good attendances right now for the rain, but it's nothing compared. What the other teams are getting is nothing compared to the Thorns. What do you see as a place like Seattle needs to do to take it to the next level, start generating more and more attendance?
I think the Thorns have a pretty unique situation with the stadium here, right downtown. I mean, it's and being kind of totally under the umbrella of the Timbers. I think that kind of, I don't know if they're doing things completely different than every other team, or they have such a better setup here. I think it was, you know, part of the environment that was already here. For us, I think that we just need to keep letting people know who we are. You know, those games in Vancouver that we had for the World Cup, I mean, I'm sure a lot of those people came from Seattle and, you know, in the Northwest in general, and I think people don't necessarily know about the league in general. They know about the national team in ways, but I think the more we can educate them, the more we can be out there, not just as players, but as clubs as well, and kind of create that awareness. And, you know, I think partnering with the MLS teams as much as we can, as much as they'll want to, is a good thing as well.
How long do you think the World Cup bounce will last for the NWSL?
Forever. I think a while, to be honest. I mean, definitely through the run of this season. We're playing Victory Tour games through the run of this season, and we won. I think that's a key. You know, in Germany, it was huge. People started paying attention, and now they know that we won. I think, and that's going to get people. I mean, I think people just, you know, totally just got attached to this World Cup in a different way than they have, and it was so close to home. I think that was such a huge thing, to have American fans know that they can go watch these players in their own cities, you know, for the rest of the season. So hopefully, you know, the bounce isn't coming down; it's just continuing to go up.
You mentioned the win in Canada. Looking forward to Rio next year. Do you think that tournament will provide a huge boost for the league again, like the World Cup has this year? And do you think a win in Rio could also help sustain the popularity of women's soccer in the U.S.?
Yeah, I think so. I think the U.S. pays attention to to soccer in the Olympics, like other countries don't. So for our fans now, they know that, you know, we have another World Championship coming up, and greedy for gold all the time, greedy for wins. American fans are. So I think the more that we can, you know, be out in the media and be winning games and being successful, that's something that people want to get a hold of and want to be a part of.
When you talk about the challenges of just coming back from the World Cup, and what's it like transitioning back to the club level, and just how that affects you?
Yeah, the challenges are dealing with lack of sleep and lack of rest. I think I'm kind of coming back. I always sort of felt like the rest would come when I started playing, and just being back in that normal rhythm, and getting those rest days. I mean, post World Cup was wild, and we were kind of all over the place, being dragged in different directions, which was a good thing. But I think the challenge is really to to get rested and to try to recover as much as you can. I mean, it's difficult. We just, spend not only the breadth of the World Cup, but the whole time preparing and kind of more so emotionally of just like that huge buildup. And yes, it's wonderful that we won, but it's also just like kind of the plug being pulled out and you can kind of finally relax. So I think we were able to have some time off, and I have a great relationship with my club, and I feel like if I need time, then I can have that. If I need just a bit lighter on the training sessions or something like that, I don't really want to take myself out of games, but just trying to come back down to center and be at home a little bit.
Came so close to an NWSL title last season, but the team has maintained its, still getting points as you were gone for the World Cup. What's the pressure like coming back to the NWSL and now having another goal to look forward to so quickly after reaching such a big milestone in your career?
I like it personally. I think that it kind of allows me to refocus very easily. The team has done just brilliant during the World Cup, and I think that it's good. It's kind of like, I want another one. Winning's nice, but it's better when you do it all the time.
You're one of 5 players on the Seattle Reign that went to the University of Portland. How often are you guys able to go back to the University of Portland and see the old coaches and see the team now?
Not that often, to be honest. I wish that I could get back to Portland more often. My sister lives here, and I have a lot of friends that live here. The drive, it's just like, why does it take so long? It seems like it should be like 2 hours tops, and it's never 2 hours. It just feels further away. So we do when we can, but it's kind of tough with their schedules as well. It's we're always traveling, and sometimes the last thing you want to do is get in a car and drive down that way. But we'll try to do something, I think, after obviously winning the World Cup. So it'd be nice to get back.